Hello everyone, I'm Silverraptor. Welcome back to Magic Gathering Arena. Still here with Thrantar, and we're going to keep playing with our Locust God, see if we can perfect him any better. You ready for this?
I certainly am. This is Thrantar. I'm once again here with Silverraptor. We're continuing to tune and play this deck featuring the Locust gods that Silverraptor opened.
Yep. Yeah, this one, life is a resource. Don't be afraid to spend it. As far as I know,
Afraid. I'm very afraid.
as far as I know, you can't change the avatars currently, so it's always defaulted.
Interesting.
It's always defaulted as I've seen that this will always be this for me and that for the other person. Huh. I don't.
No.
No. Yeah. We can't even use our opt. This is better.
Yeah, this is substantially better.
I would say yes with this guy. What do you think? Yeah.
With considering the hand that we've got, I think that this could work out.
Okay. Doesn't matter what we put out, so I'll just put it on the island.
Well, you say it doesn't matter, and that's kind of correct, in that it is not going to affect our ability to play anything at any point.
But it would tell him what
However,
we're playing.
Right. It changes his perception of what we're playing.
Okay, so he's a green-white deck. I think he might be the Selesnya cat deck.
Well, that's a cat, so
Good call,
your guesses appear to be 1 for 1, right?
Since we can't play anything, I'll just put the desert out.
The desert's okay. We don't currently have anything. Well, we have looter in our hand actually. So yeah, let's play out the desert.
Alright, so Sacred Cat's going to give him 1 life, take 1 life from us. So, you know, House Cat kills level 1 commoner.
True. But hopefully we're at least a level 2 commoner.
Yeah. Alright, so, and Crop Crusher, I think?
Let's just play out the Crop Crasher. And attack. We're not actually winning this race because he's generating a 4-point life swing and we're only generating a 3-point life swing.
Right.
But we'd still...
We will get down a bit. Yeah. If he keeps attacking, and then we put Marauding Looter on the field, we'd be able to start benefiting from draw and discard.
Right, so this is actually one of the goals, is that by having our End Crasher tapped, we've incentivized him to attack.
And then we put the Marauding Looter out.
Yeah. But in general, you want to wait till your second main phase to put it out, in case they want to, play some sort of combat trick on your attacker. You're threatening to play something.
Okay. Okay. Alright, what should we discard?
Well, first we're going to see what card we draw.
It's a mountain. This is difficult because early on you kind of want your land.
So, kind of. But I think we're actually perfectly happy discarding this mountain.
Discard the mountain?
You discard the mountain.
Okay. Now we can't attack this turn because Marauding Looter can kill that stupid cat.
Well, he could have an inform of combat trick, etc. Or he's going to make it a 3/3 by having it explore the unknown again.
Yeah. True. Or that.
Or it'll learn how to strike first.
First strike. Yeah. Okay, we can't block that.
Well, we can block that, but really shouldn't.
Right. Okay. What would be the correct play here?
Well, clearly we're going to play the Highland Lake.
Okay.
So right now, 7/7. We're not. Okay. How many instant sorceries do you have in your...
None. This is a 0-4. Currently. If we use a Supreme Will, it would be a 1-4.
So I'm actually inclined to attack with both. On his turn, we'll Essence Scatter whenever he plays. And then we'll untap with 5 mana. And 5 mana is a pretty decent breakpoint for us.
Okay. Oh, right, and we get to do this.
Right.
Discard Highland Lake?
I think we discard the Highland Lake.
See what he's thinking. Good game. Oh! I guess he had...
I think it's just frustrated from having no throw on his third land. Honestly.
That's a way to get cards back. Alright, well, let's get back into it. No idea if our deck it works or not. Was that just leaving?
With that very small sample size, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got 2.
Yeah, this is a keeper.
Oh, because we have strategic planning.
We have the strategic planning, which digs far enough that we have a decent chance.
Yeah, so Death of the Mindful and Island.
So we're going to start with the Desert of the Mindful.
I mean, it was giving me an option to cycle it with no mana. Alright, let's see what we get.
Take the mountain.
And with now our Enigma Drake is a 2-4. Because we've got a sorcery and an instant in here. Okay, so he opts.
Okay. He's trying to fix his mana. Maybe. We're not sure yet.
Okay, so he's playing a red-blue deck as well. He's got Essence Scatter, I know that. So put down the mountain, and I would say opt. Or should we wait and see if we can counter anything he plays next turn? Because I doubt, because yeah, he won't have 3 mana if he plays anything.
Okay, yeah, we could pass the turn here if that's.
And then at the end we can do opt if he doesn't play
At the end, we
anything.
could certainly do opt. We could also potentially cycle the countervailing winds.
Okay, yeah, we can do both.
Or we could hold on to the countervailing winds, upgrade whatever he plays, and opt.
Right. Option.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Keep, you think?
I should think to the bottom.
Oh, we got another countervailing wind, so we can cycle one of them now. Right?
We certainly could.
And we'll do that.
They are a somewhat limited resource for us, though. Like, we only have 2 of them in the deck.
Yeah,
I
but
believe.
they will buff our Enigma Drake, and we got our
This
Mirage
is true.
Looter. Alright, so here comes the Highland Lake. But we know he has a counter.
Do we?
Well, it does stop a lot, and he does have the island. I'm pretty certain.
Okay, so true. I hadn't factored in the way Arena's automatic stops sort of give away potential options.
Right. We could put Bloodwater Entity, make it like a bluff for him to counter it, and see if we can get another like countervailing wind or something back to our hand if he doesn't stop it. Or do we?
If you're sure, if you're confident that he has a counter, then I'd go ahead and pass the turn.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. Because it keeps going to his turn, that does he want to play an instant? At the very least, he has an instant, and with some islands and mountains, or at least with the
So you could
island.
have any number of tons of different things.
Yeah. He's probably going to pass his turn. Okay, so we've got another island. Not enough to play any, to be able to counter any of his counter spells, but still think we need to put the island down. You think we should pass the turn again?
I think you want to probably run out the Enigma Drake. But
Really?
I'm not entirely...
Enigma Drake or Bloodwater Entity?
how many cards do you have in your graveyard right now?
5. And then we could get one of our instants. We could get like an opt back if he doesn't stop it.
So in the first place, right? If his counterspell is Censor,
Yeah, we'd be able to stop
we
it.
have the mana now to pay for attacks on the 3 drop.
Right, but it's probably an Essence Scatter.
And if you think it's an Essence Scatter, then we could pass the turn again, in which case your hope is that we draw a 6th land. So if it's an Essence Scatter, your plan is to draw a 6th land soon, and then we'll play a 3-drop and protect it with our countervailing winds.
Right.
Okay.
So use this or
Like
pass.
You can go ahead and pass.
Okay.
I think I wouldn't necessarily make the same decisions that you've made, but that doesn't mean that your decisions were necessarily wrong.
Right.
Sort of my goal right now is more to help you understand what sort of assumptions you're baking into your decisions.
We could countervailing wind his hieroglyphic elimination. Prevent him from drawing cards. What do you think?
Probably not, actually.
Okay. Counter whatever he does his turn. Probably.
Right. In general, you want to, and it certainly varies by.
Whenever you cast a
Okay,
non-creature
okay.
spell, resolve or counter.
I like Riddle Form. Riddle Form's a lot of fun.
I'm thinking if we use
Resolve.
I think if we use countervailing winds and we use it as a counter spell, then we can put out our Enigma Drake.
I think we just let it resolve.
Okay.
Because if we get the Enigma Drake out, our Enigma Drake has 4 toughness.
Right. Well, there's our Locust God, but we can't use him currently. Should I try my Bloodwater Entity trick? Because
I think you go for the Bloodwater Entity. So in the first place, these actually signal something fairly relevant with this Riddle Form.
yeah,
It becomes a 3/3 whenever he plays a spell. Well, a non-creature spell.
so he doesn't have a lot of creatures.
That, but also that he's probably not playing a lot of counter spells.
Huh.
Because think about it. He wants to play spells on his turn.
Yeah, opt.
Countervailing Winds.
Okay.
He wants to play spells on his turn, so he has a 3/3 to attack with.
Right. Okay.
And he doesn't want to play counter spells on his turn. What's there going to be to counter?
That is true. But then again, I'm thinking back to the pre-made red-blue deck, and the red-blue deck pre-made does have a lot of counters, and this as well. It's not a lot of the pre-made decks aren't elegantly built, I see what you're saying, like lightning strike. Okay, well, we'll resolve. And we still will get countervailing winds to the top of our...
Right.
I think. Yeah. Okay. Take action?
Yes.
Okay. Just confirm it with you. So that riddle form will then go back to being a critter.
To being not a creature on his turn, so he'll need to play another spell if he wants to attack with it.
Right.
Is he opting now? He should be opting on his turn. Are we on his turn? No, we're still out of your turn.
We're not right yet.
Why was he opting?
I don't know, maybe he's trying to be efficient with his mana. Didn't think of that with riddle form.
Yeah, but he needs to be efficient with his, riddle form triggers.
He's got 6 land. I think we should counter this.
In the first place, you don't have 3 mana.
I keep forgetting that. Okay.
If you're really vicious, you kill Champion of Wits in response to its trigger by giving it -X/-X. So we will draw cards equal to its power and then discard 2.
I like that. That certainly sounds funny.
The pay 3 mana, draw 0 cards, discard 2 cards is not an efficient use of time.
Oh, he's gonna cycle.
Okay.
Alright. That's used up 1 more island. So I think... Huh?
Go ahead.
I think we can play Enigma Drake this turn, because if the Essence scatters, we can use Covalent Winds. It doesn't have anything to stop the Covalent Winds.
We still, in fact, do not have 6 mana. But I think we play Enigma Drake this turn. If he Essence scatters, he has 1 fewer Essence scatter.
Right, to stop our Locust God. And the answer is no. Cartouche of Knowledge?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. Because it would make it a 4/5 and we would draw a card.
Right, it would make it a 4/5. We would draw a card. But a 4/5 is not relevantly bigger on the current board.
Right, but...
He has a 2/1 and a 3/3.
But as we put more cards into it, Enigma Drake would still get more buff.
Yes. And the other thing is that we know we have a Locust God in our hand. We'd rather draw the card and get the free insect than not draw the card.
Wait for the Locust God. Got it.
Right. If possible. Like, if we discover that if the board looks like a Cartouche of Knowledge, we'll do something relevant for the board state.
Right, if we played it now, it's basically us crossing our fingers.
Well, it's also potentially us sticking for
I'm thinking
block.
I'm thinking he has a nuke. He'd nuke our Enigma Drake after he does damage to it, like a Magma Spray or an Abrade. And then he'd also be able to get Riddle Form out.
Because he's already in declared attackers.
Okay, so block, you say?
I think you block. It's possible they also just have a first Champion of Wits to die off so we can
Eternalize it.
Eternalize it later.
Magma Spray, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You could abrade his Riddle Form right now if you wanted to kill it off. I'm not sure it's worth it, but it's certainly an option that's available.
Well, Why not do that? Just get it off the field.
And if he gets inspired to counterspell this.
Okay. Well, we got rid of whatever that counterspell was.
Not a particularly relevant one in this particular case, but yes.
Oh, he was able to attack. Ah.
Right, because he'd already declared attackers. You declare attackers once.
Okay. So, Marauding Looter, you think? Or Cycle?
I think the Marauding Looter. Be sure to leave yourself a red available because you have the Magma Spray.
Okay. I'll leave the Highland Lake.
In general, you want to leave the dual lands available because they give you, you know, the most options.
Yeah.
And if he censors, you pay, and if he Essence Scatters, he's dead on Essence Scatter.
Okay. So we've got Marauding Looter. Ah, he's going to abrade it. Alright.
Again, just the timing on what he's casting things is not.
We can Magma Spray that. But I don't think we want to. Do we want to Magma Spray this turn? I not think we do. Wait till he plays.
You don't honestly really want to Magma Spray it.
Okay. Alright, so you put a braid up top.
In the first place, as long as he has, you know, an instant in his hand, the Magma Spray could just fail to kill it as he casts an instant in response.
Alright, so we have Desert of the Fervent. We can play it tapped or cycle.
Yeah, run it out. We can play it tapped.
Then just pass.
Well, just pass the turn. Because remember, the situation we're trying to engineer here is just getting our Locust God.
Yeah. Magma Spray or just let him through? Probably let him through. What'd you say?
Let it through.
Yeah.
So the reason to Magma Spray would be to cause him to spend mana playing an instant.
Champion of Wits? He does have a braid, but this would allow us to cycle through our hand a bit more, our deck a bit more.
Well, do you think he has a counterspell?
He might. Yeah, I think he does.
Okay, so let's go for the Champion of Wits.
Alright, and this could also give us more land that we would like to add. So we can get rid of Censor, I think.
Yeah, we can get rid of Censor.
And which is the other one you want to do?
I think the Supreme Will, actually.
Okay. And we'll leave that for now.
Yep.
Alright. And Crop Crasher. This could definitely bait out a counter spell from him.
Okay, okay. If you think he had something that he'll want to counter, then go ahead and
Yeah.
run it out.
He didn't counter it. So maybe next turn we put out Locust God.
Well, then I think you want to just attack with both.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Oh, he's gonna use Magma Spray. Okay.
And now you attack with neither.
Right, because we lose one. That's why he let it
Right.
through, because he could deal with it. I think, maybe. I think that's why he let it summon, because he was able to, he knew he could deal
Because
with
he
it.
had a clean answer in the Magma Spray, yeah.
Okay.
That does mean interesting.
What?
He didn't Magma Spray the Champion of Wits.
So that I couldn't eternalize it.
Right, if he Magma Sprayed it, the Champion of Wits would have been exiled, and you wouldn't have been able to eternalize it.
Or I wouldn't be able to.
Right, you wouldn't have been able to eternalize it. This way, potentially at some point in the future.
He has something to deal with the Champion of Wits if it's eternalized. Countervailing Winds?
Yeah.
And he used up all of his islands, so we can do Locust God next turn.
Yep, and it's pretty much tapped out, so ready to drop the Locust God.
Should I put down the island?
Count the island.
This hole of
Be
not
sure
put... What?
to leave a red open for your Magma Spray.
Alright. Alright, and attack with Champion of Wits.
So attacking with the Champion of Wits was actually somewhat risky.
How so?
He could have played, for instance, Opt to activate his Riddle form, and then blocked with the 3/3.
But the fact that he's been playing Opt on his turn, I was thinking that he's just playing Opt whenever he draws it. Can't stop that.
Yep.
But I can put the Cartouche of Knowledge on Locust God, and he can survive if this thing attacks. And benefit Locust God's ability more.
I mean, if that thing attacks, what you really want to do...
I'm thinking I'm going to block with Locust God.
Use tapped out block, yeah.
Alright, that was interesting. Thank you for your charity.
Okay, so if he attacks, what you actually want to do is block the Champion of Wits with your Champion of Wits.
Right.
And then Magma
Spray.
Spray.
Should I do Cartouche so I can do attack with Locust God and the insect, actually get another insect out as well? And not attack with Champions of Wits?
Yeah, that seems fine. And remember, you're also actively trying to get your Champion of Wits killed off here.
Yeah. Alright, how much is this? This is 4. Okay, I think I can use Locust God's ability and still have 1 mountain left over for Magma Spray.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna leave the Highland Lake.
Okay.
Ooh, we have a Bombard. We can get rid of it in one go, so maybe discard the Magma Spray?
Okay.
Just make it quicker instead of selecting all of them at once.
Makes sense. He's in a pretty good position here, but he's just drawn a pile of cards.
Right. If he attacks with his Champion of Wits, I can block with my Champion's Wits. If he doesn't attack, I can bombard it. Either way, this Champion's Wits is dead.
Yep.
Alright. Nothing we can do about that.
Okay. There's an upgrade. All that.
He'd probably Magnus Spray, yeah. So this will be bye-bye to my Locust God.
Yeah, I was sort of curious why you were in such a hurry to create third insect with the ability. Because, like, you'll just accumulate insects as the game goes on.
But I was thinking he had Magma Spray.
Right, but if, for instance, you had, instead of spending that 4 mana, had 4 mana open for countervailing winds.
That's right. That's a problem. I'm thinking we do the same plan, block with Champion of Wits, and then, yeah. Okay, and Magma Spray.
Then Magma Spray.
I'm probably going to counter that. He's got 2. Negate, yep.
If he does, that's fine, to be honest.
I'm surprised he didn't attack with Riddle Form as well. There's like nothing I could have done to stop his Riddle Form attack. Okay, so let's see here.
So you could reanimate your Champion of Wits.
Yeah. That will prevent us from doing the Bombard Locust block to kill his Cryptic Serpent. But we
the Champion of Wits and the Locust can block the Cryptic Serpent. Were there any blocking restrictions on the Cryptic Serpent? I can't remember. No, it's just a 6/5.
Yeah. Okay. Then, yeah. Champion of Wits, we'll certainly see what cards we draw before we put down the mountain.
Right.
Select 2 cards to discard. I think maybe a mountain and
Maybe the island. Or
well,
if you want to get to 8 mana.
I was thinking of keeping the island so that I can play the Opt.
Okay, so we discard the mountain.
And what's the second card we discard? Maybe Essence Scatter because we have countervailing winds.
Okay.
Or Bloodwater Entity. Which do you think?
I think the Essence Scatter.
Okay. And then I'll just play Opt now.
There's no hurry to play Opt. You want to play it after the Locust God. What are you trying to find with Opt right now?
Nothing. That's right. I was just... Okay. Good point. Alright. Calm down, me. Just want to remember, keep the draw so that I could use Locust God.
And also the thing is Opt helps you find things. In this case, it's not even about keeping the draw to use with the Locust God, although that's really cool. It's Opt is a tool for digging through your deck to get to something.
Right, okay.
Right now, you don't know what you're looking for.
Yeah. So I'm thinking we could use this to stop the Cryptic Serpent, Then we can just bombard this or this.
Okay.
Alright, so we can get that big Cryptic Serpent. I think he's playing maybe the default. I don't remember this in the default, but a lot of these cards seem like the default red-blue. He's going to return the Locust so he can keep his Cryptic Serpent alive. Wait, what? I have a token in my hand.
Well, that's a bug.
Okay.
Yeah. They're finally just getting rid of it.
And I can't get another Locust to block.
Right. Because you don't fair blockers once.
Okay. But now, since everything's tapped on his
Now
end,
he's tapped out.
and opt or strategic planning.
Well, is there a rush to do either of them?
Well, I'd be able to get another Locust out, and I can't use countervailing winds to counter anything.
Well, you can get another Locust out whenever you use the opt.
True.
How many Magma Sprays are in his graveyard?
3. So I think he's out of Magma Sprays.
He's got at most one left. If you can mouse over his deck.
35 cards.
Yeah, he's probably out.
Alright, so I'll just hold off then.
Yep.
I'm thinking of using a Locust to block this if he tries to attack.
Yep. If he attacks, just use Locust to block.
Both Locusts, you think?
I think you can let the 4/4 through if you want. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now we don't need to expose our Locust God to anything.
Okay, so opt.
So yeah, at the end of his turn, just go for the opt.
Okay, let's see.
Look at the top card.
This would be good with our. Yep.
It says draw the card. We're perfectly happy to have it. Because of just, tempo things.
Okay, so we've got another mountain.
Yep.
Should I bombard either of these guys? Oh, it is an instant, so we don't have to.
It is an instant. We're happy to block with the Cryptid Serpent, but we probably want to put out the Cartouche.
Keep the mountain in our hand still, you think? Because I don't think we need this much land anymore.
We have 8 lands. We have all of the lands we want.
Right, and then we could just use Locust God's ability if we wanted to use that.
Right. We can also think about whether we want to use the. We have 6 mana open. We can potentially run out the Bloodwater entity and still have the Countervailing Winds or the Bombard available.
I like that plan. Essence Scatter. You think we should let that through? Or...
I think we just let them through. Like, he only has 1 card left in his hand.
Right. Okay, so don't attack, just pass the
Don't
turn.
attack.
Whatever that card in his hand is, it's an instant.
Just pass the turn. The plan is to block the Cryptic Serpent with
A Locust.
Probably 2 Locusts in case he wants to bounce one again.
Right, and then bombard.
And then bombard it. And block the Drake and the Champion with 1 Locust each.
And not use my Locust God to oh, he's just gonna do that. Okay. Make sure it doesn't pass through.
Right, and not use your Locust God to block, because
He might have a nuke or something.
he might have his 4th Magma Spray, but even if he doesn't have the Magma Spray, he might just have damage in general. And spending the time to wait for it to get back and then replay it, like that just takes a lot of time and mana.
Yeah. Alright, so he did stop our bombard.
Okay.
We have Battlefield Scavenger, but it doesn't quite help us. Do we want to cycle Desert of the Mindful?
How many cards do we have left in our library?
We have 23.
Okay, I think we want to play the strategic planning. It's going to give us the most information.
Enigma Drake.
Enigma Drake.
And then play him out.
Yeah.
And then we still have 3 mana left over for a countervailing wind. He doesn't stop it.
Yep. Well, that's because he plans to use, what's in his hand there?
Rubble. Up to 3
okay,
target lands,
that's
don't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just go to combat. I don't think you attack, you just pass the turn.
Yeah, because we want Enigma Drake to attack next turn.
Yep. Like your objective is to just protect your Locust God with your countervailing winds at this point. And he realizes that he doesn't have an answer.
Yep.
To the, relentless accumulation of value.
Ooh, a rare. Whenever is dealt damage, each opponent sacrifices a permanent.
That's a really strong effect, but it costs 7 and you need to have a recurring source of damage.
Yeah.
There are certainly some hoops to jump through to get it to really pay off for you.
Yeah. Alright, if we get one more win, I can get booster packs. You want to try?
Yeah, I think let's try for the one more win.
Alright. This will be our last game.
Indeed.
This is a good hand.
Yeah, it's a perfectly keepable hand. You've got free lands, you've got things to do on all up the curve.
Okay, so he's blue-white. I'm going to put the mountain out so he doesn't know that we are blue yet. Double strike. Alright, so island and battlefield scavenger? You check?
Erica Island to the battlefield scavenger, and then next turn we could potentially play the desert and the cartouche.
Yeah. I mean, a Jorn Pouncer has double strike, but he can also internalize it. So a 4/4 with double strike is very deadly. Oh, and then he does that. And he does that. Oh, wow. Okay, that's a 6 damage creature. I think...
It's not actually the big problem. The big problem is the amounts of drawl he's going to do.
Right. But we can abrade it next turn.
Yes.
And then we can use Battlefield Scavenger's Exert ability if we want.
So, like, clearly we are abrading it, because
this is ridiculous. So put down Tether the Mindful.
Yeah, since we're going for the Abrade, just put down the Tether Mindful, get it done.
Now, do we want to exert? He'll just kill it, but or just hold off.
What does the Skymarcher Aspirant do?
It's only an ascend ability. He gets flying.
Okay.
So.
And I don't think you attack.
Okay. We have no need to cycle through the deck quickly yet.
Well, cycling through the deck's just generically good, but...
Okay, do we want to block this?
Block. Yes, block.
Okay, so he's basically has 3 of these he just used.
Okay, I'll find... yep, common trick, that's fine.
Okay, we can Magma Spray, get rid of that and that. And then we can play Enigma Drake. Sound like a plan?
Play... Ooh, that's tricky. In the first place, we can't Magma Spray and play Enigma Drake. You only have 1 red mana.
Oh. Okay. Maybe Enigma Drake and then we can always block the other Sky Marchers.
Yeah, I think you just play the island and the Enigma Drake.
He might double think before he attacks. If he does attack, I will use Enigma Drake to block the 2-1.
No, you block the 3-2.
Oh. Okay. Oh, right, because this ability. Oh, and... Now that's a 3-2. Okay.
But you block the one that draws some cards.
Okay. So down the island. And Cartouche of Knowledge, you think?
Yeah, Cartouche. With 2 power, it's substantially more threatening.
And then Magma Spray this one.
Yeah, you can Magma Spray it now.
Okay, and no attack this turn.
Yep.
We've got 3 counters in our hand. Okay, so he only has 1 card left in his hand. He can't attack this turn because we'll kill his Sky Marchers. What's this? Okay, so that has lifelink, but no, he can stop.
No.
No. Okay. He's just buffing a lot of critters. Oh, he is attacking. Okay. He has. Wow, he already has these blessings.
Yeah. Well, he's gone really wide, really fast.
Okay, we have another Enigma Drake. And we could cycle the sensor to make it stronger too.
No, run with the Enigma Drake. Wait, think about cycling Sensor at the end of his turn, depending on what he does.
Okay, I was thinking of attacking with Enigma Drake.
No.
Okay.
So, from the way he's been playing,
Yeah.
he has clearly decided that he's the aggro.
Okay, so we have to wait to respond until he has nothing left to do. Okay. He might internalize his cat, that's right. And then we can...
He might internalize his cat.
But we can't Essence
Or
Scatter
he
it.
do anything about that.
Alright, so that's a 4-4 with double strike.
Right, and then we'll cycle the Sensor at the end of his turn.
Alright, so we got another island. Play the island, do strategic planning as a last ditch bailout.
Do the strategic planning first.
Good idea. Opt, maybe?
Opt.
Okay. Then throw down the island and opt, or opt first.
Then opt.
I'm
And you
going
want
to
to.
draw another opt.
No.
Autumn.
No. Draw the opt. Get just one card farther.
Okay, and draw again.
Yeah.
We don't have another mountain though.
So send it to the bottom.
Though that would have been pretty good to get rid of that. Another opt.
Okay, so island.
This would give us the other mountain, but we just sent it to the bottom of the deck. If this was reversed, well.
Then we would have had different information at different points in time.
Right. Okay, so Sailor V.
We send it to the bottom.
And then we'd have Tormenting Voice. Oh, and we just powered up all of our guys. All right. No attacks.
But they're not attacking.
So I'm thinking. Oh no, wait. We probably want to stop this Ajoran Pouncer somehow.
Yeah, you block it with your 8/5.
All right.
They'll trade.
Bye bye, Enigma Drake. All right, Highland Lake. I think we use Tormenting Voice.
Okay.
And
I think you discarded.
Discard Highland Lake. Oh, what this would give us an extra mountain.
Well, we've gone through a lot of non-lands recently.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't see any lands in that chain of ops, correct?
Right.
So yeah, pitch the Highland Lake. It's always a question of weighting the odds, and sometimes you guess wrong, but...
Right. So put down the island again, or hold on to it?
Just hold on to it.
Alright.
Again, we've got 6 lands in play.
Okay. Yeah, we've got our Locust God summoning condition. I think we want to Essence Scatter this.
We Essence Scatter that. Since we have 2 Essence Scatters, we can be pretty liberal with the first one.
Right. And he has no cards in his hand. Aha! So let's just get this guy out.
So now we just run out the Locust God. And then we pass the turn.
Alright. I think we're now in a pretty stable... Yep! We did it. So that's how you deal with aggros, you just wait until they run out of steam?
I mean... kind of? Not sure he played his hand amazingly well, but... yes, you want to... Generally against aggro, your objective is to just generate time, because you have individually better cards.
Okay. His cards are all just throw out there and just try to win as quick as possible.
Right. You just need time to actually use your better cards.
Gotcha. All right. Well, before you go, I want to see what the pack that we got is.
Sure. Let's go ahead and open this pack up.
Okay, so we've got Mutiny. Target creature an opponent controls to deal damage equal to its power to another target creature that player controls. Water Knot. Okay, that's alright. Probably not for that, not the Locust God deck.
Oh, certainly not for that deck.
No. Let's see, Suncrested. Harpy. Flying, ascend whenever another creature you control dies. If you have a city's blessing, +1/+1 counter. Now I don't understand when this is all grayed out if this actually does any benefit for us.
So it's actually reading. My understanding is that it increases the progress of your vault.
Ah, okay. So we've got a seafloor oracle. Okay.
Okay, so that's definitely something that you could throw into a merfolk deck.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and we can even buy one more pack. Up to you if you want to open it. Or
Sure. Let's go ahead and get a pack.
All right. Which of the 4 pack colors do you want? I don't know what's in them.
Let me think for a second because I should have an opinion on this.
Okay.
Let's actually open up an Amaket pack.
This one?
Yes.
Let's see here. So we've got another Seeker Insight, Colossipede, Dung Beetle. I like this card. This is so funny.
The Dune Beetle?
Oh, the Doom. I thought it said Dung Beetle. Okay.
Perhaps inspired by one. But,
Okay. We got another common card that we can convert. Embalmer's Tools. I can't tell. This is an artifact. I can't tell if it's grayed out or not. Defiant, Great Maw. Put a -1/-1 counter on target creature you control. Maybe put one or more. Okay, that's a weird card.
It's pretty strong. Definitely needs some support from the rest of your deck.
Yeah.
But a 4/5 for 3 mana is big if you can successfully put that together.
Oh, I see. If you put the 2 -1/-1 counters on, say, a 1/1 token, then you can.
Right. Or if, for instance, there was black 2-drop that when it died gave you a 2/2 token. So if you play that on turn 2, and then on turn 3 you play your Defiant Great Maul, kill off your 1/1, and it leaves behind a zombie, and then you also have this 4/5.
Right. Okay. Okay. And what did it give us? Gideon's Intervention. It's a rare. Choose a card name. Your opponent can't cast spells with the chosen name. Prevent all damage that be dealt to you or permanents you control by sources with the chosen name. So that's like if you know what card your opponent has that you don't want to have used.
Alright, so
Draft.
that's certainly something for a much more defined metagame, or in a sideboard for a match.
I mean, a while back, a couple weeks ago, the meta was certainly Scarab God. It might still be Scarab God.
Scarab God is really good.
Yeah, there is Scarab God in here. I'm just going to show you real quick. I don't think I have any. Let's see, Scarab God is blue-black, I think.
It is.
I'll just do unowned.
Costs 5.
Cost 5? Okay. There's it.
Multicolored. So keep going over.
Right, and I do have Scorpion God. Well, only one of them. Here it is, Scarab God. Yeah, I don't have one. Yeah, it's basically...
Yeah, no, he's very good.
Basically, you can keep removing cards from his graveyard, get a bunch of zombies, and then burn his life away while you check what cards are coming up in your hand, in your deck.
Right.
Yeah.
No, the extra card selection and the continuous reanimation are all good. You just never run out of threats.
Right.
And 4/4s are not, amazingly large, but they're large enough.
He is better than the Locust God because he's 5/5 as well.
He also doesn't fly.
Oh, that's right. Locust God does fly. Scorpion God, if I had another, I would like to create a Scorpion God deck with, say, a -1/-1 burn deck featured around him. I think if to really use a God deck, you need to have a minimum of 2 in Arena. What do you think? If you're trying to focus.
So certainly if you're trying to make it a deck where, like, that's just sort of your only win condition, is your entire plan is to get the God as fast as possible, and then you're just going to ride that to victory. You certainly want a really absolute minimum of 2, but really you'd much rather have 3 or more.
Right.
But you can also just play like good cards that happen to synergize with the god. For instance, if you were in some sort of, green, black, red, you could play the Scorpion God along with the Defiant Great Maul that we just saw. And if you've got the Scorpion God and you play your Defiant Great Maul, and it also draws you a card, that's just good. And if it doesn't, you were still set your deck up to get you this 4/5 for 3, which is also just good.
Okay. Maybe we'll do that. If you next time we get together, if you want to make a deck which has the Scorpion God but doesn't feature the Scorpion God, Scorpion God's more of a support, we could do that. I definitely loved your input on deck building.
All right, well, thank you very much, and thank you for having me.
And of course, hopefully I'll see you in the future on this.
Indeed.
All right, so thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next Magic the Gathering arena.